Right, now it is time for a proper listening test of this device. So we are going to do this properly. We've got a cassette tape of Steely Dan, which I recorded using a very good digital to analog converter that was then going into my tape deck. We've got excellent open ear headphones from Meze. This is the Meze Audio 109 Pros. Fantastic open back headphones. Really airy and spacious and make music sound like it ought to. So this is nothing special. This is a somewhat unremarkable Sony Walkman from like the early 2000s, kind of at the tail end of when that technology was relevant. But it's what I grew up with, and it really kind of set the tone of my childhood, literally and figuratively. And so if this can outperform this, that's really all I ask. That's all I can expect, or all I would want. I mean, even if it just performs as well as that, that would be wonderful. So we're going to take my again my homemade like bootlegged high-res audio tape, where I took 24-bit audio, fed it into an excellent DAC, and then pumped that audio back into the tape deck with a completely fresh tape here. This Type 2 cassette, and we're just going to start with the Sony, kind of get our benchmark, figure out what volume level we want to play at, and then move over to the Fiio CP13 here. So one thing that I might end up missing from this is you have these kind of tone controls here. So you have mega bass on and off, and then I can't tell what this other one is. It's kind of rubbed off. I think it's like a volume limiter, but with these being open back headphones, I really do appreciate having that kind of like the switch to augment the bass. So we will see. We shall see. All right. And for our test cassette here, we've got Steely Dan 2 Against Nature, which they made after their long hiatus. Right? They made Asia, then they made Gaucho, and then they stopped making music for like 20 years. Or at least Steely Dan did. Donald Fagen and Walter Becker still did solo stuff. But this album, very well made, very clean sounding, so well produced. And Gary Katz did it all in digital. And so having this like high quality digital recording then preserved on a cassette tape, which is an analog format, it's kind of interesting. It'll maybe kind of make it come full circle, make it sound like their earlier music, roughing it up a bit that way. So I've definitely heard this cassette, and I've heard it on this Walkman. So we're just going to play it again, kind of get familiar with the sound and with the volume level that we want, and then move on to the new one here. So let's see, I'm going to start all the way at the bottom volume-wise. It's just powered by AA's. With these being open back, some of the sound might make it into my phone's microphone. I'm not sure. It's not like that good of a microphone, but I guess we'll see. One plush summer you come to me, ripe and ready, and bad through and through. Okay, nobody came here to hear my singing, so I'm going to rewind that first kind of half minute there. Pop them out. And this is kind of strange, there's no eject button, you just kind of pop it open. And then, I guess we go like that. Bring it down. Once again, take the volume all the way down, hit play, and then work it up. Immediately, I noticed the noise floor is much lower. The bass isn't as thumpy, but like that's because it's being overdriven on the Sony deliberately with the bass mode. This is much cleaner. This album is slightly too long to fit on one side of this this tape that is 90 minutes per side. So this album is a little bit longer than 90 minutes. It's like it'll cut off about halfway through the last track. But that's fine because West of Hollywood is endless. That song just goes on forever. So it's a good way to fill the tape. It's just have, most of this album, like 95% of this album. Will it be some soothing herb tea? Might be just the thing. Okay, yeah. If you need a new Walkman in the year 2025 for whatever reason, this is fantastic. Sounds great. Excellent design. I haven't compared it to any other recent Walkman because I know that they're coming back. But if you just want to upgrade from an older tape deck like this, or just have something a bit fresher and more futuristic, like, can't go wrong with the Fiio CP13. This is great for like $80. Like that is fine. If you've got a little bit of disposable income and you love your cassettes a bit too much, yeah, highly recommend.